Tonight, we follow the footsteps of a ghost. Not the kind that rattles chains or whispers in the dark, but one that steals voices. Across three megacities, Tokyo, Mumbai, and New York, crowds suddenly fell silent as public communication systems mysteriously failed. Police called it sabotage. Reporters named the culprit the Phantom. But the internet called them something else entirely. The Megaphone Collector. And this is the story. Chapter 1. Tokyo. It began in Shibuya Crossing, Tokyo's busiest intersection. On a clear summer night, commuters flooded the streets, music pulsed from billboards, and neon lights shimmered across the pavement. At exactly 21:14, every loudspeaker, megaphone, and broadcast system within a 10-block radius died. A perfect blackout, not of power, but of voice. Police cameras caught a hooded figure sprinting across rooftops. They moved like a parkour athlete, leaping rails, sliding billboards, riding the edges of skyscraper ledges. Witnesses described orange spray paint near electrical panels. A tag. One word. Sus. Detectives found a broken toy megaphone left behind. Cheap plastic, but heavily modified. On the handle, engraved with soldering tool, "Collect your voice, hide in noise." Nothing like this had ever happened in Tokyo. Until the next day. Another district. Another communication collapse. Same graffiti. Same rooftop escape. The Phantom was testing something. Pause. Suspicion rises. And then, just as suddenly, they were gone. Chapter 2. Mumbai. 1 week later, the same silence struck Mumbai Central Station, one of the loudest places on Earth. Train announcements froze mid-sentence. Emergency alarms flickered and died. Crowds panicked. Security cameras showed the same silhouette hopping across trains, sliding between neon signs, sprinting through crowded bazaars, again leaving behind those modified megaphones. Except now, each one contained a tiny encrypted storage chip. Indian cyber forensics discovered fragments of voice recordings stored inside. Millions of them. Whispers, conversations, announcements, harvested from the surrounding area. It was surveillance disguised as chaos. Authorities realized the Phantom wasn't sabotaging communication. They were stealing it. Every megaphone was a container. Collect enough, and you could build the most powerful voice manipulation database in human history. Fake speeches. Fake commands. Fake elections. All too real. Chapter 3. The Chase. An international task force formed. They compared witness reports and found one pattern. Every city the Phantom hit aligned with global tech conferences focusing on speech-to-AI systems. The Phantom wasn't random. They were hunting upgrades. Tokyo, public announcement protocols. Mumbai, railway emergency signals. Next predicted target, New York City. Task force agents were flown in. Rooftop drones patrolled Manhattan. But the Phantom was always one jump ahead. Literally. Witnesses described seeing colored jumpsuits, red, blue, yellow, racing across rooftops like a team of imposters, each carrying glowing megaphones strapped to their backs. Were they working together? Or decoys? Either way, someone was playing Among Us with the world's infrastructure. Chapter 4. New York. Times Square's massive speakers cracked. and then fell silent. Billboards glitched into a single message: "You can't stop a stolen voice." Helicopters swarmed, agents rappelled, but on the ground the chase looked almost like a video game, sprinting through subway tunnels, grinding rails, vaulting construction barriers. Each recovered megaphone revealed a new city's voice print: London, Seoul, Sydney. The Phantom had been traveling for years. One unlocked file changed everything. They weren't stealing voices to create chaos. They were tracking one specific voice, a deep signal hidden in all global broadcasts. It pulsed like a signature, repeating every 47 hours. Whoever spoke that voice had access to global emergency override systems, and they didn't even know it. Agents cornered the Phantom at a freight terminal near the Hudson River. The suspect dropped a backpack of megaphones and raised their hands. A helmet visor slid open. She was young, mid-20s, quiet, determined. Former robotics engineer, fired after warning her company of a flaw in emergency broadcast AI. They ignored her. Then the flaw leaked. Governments began embedding a voice pattern control key in public communication systems, a back door disguised as a voice print. If someone recorded enough samples, they could unlock it. The Phantom collected megaphones not to exploit the voice key, but to destroy it. Her modified devices scrambled the signal, jamming the back door in every city she visited. She wasn't a criminal. She was the world's strangest whistleblower.
Chapter 6. Decision. Authorities expected applause for capturing her, but public opinion exploded online. People posted videos saying, "She saved us from silent control. She risked everything to block a voice override. She collected megaphones so our voices stayed ours." The task force faced a choice: label her a terrorist or admit she was right. Files were declassified. A global audit launched. Back doors began to close. And before sentencing, something strange happened. Every loudspeaker in New York crackled to life. One final message: never let anyone speak for you. The Phantom smiled and silently mouthed, "Your voice matters." Epilogue. The legend. Months passed. Graffiti of a tiny orange megaphone began appearing worldwide, not as vandalism, but as a symbol. Freedom of voice, freedom of communication. No one knows who painted them. Maybe supporters, maybe imitators, or maybe she escaped. Rumors say she still travels. Tokyo, Mumbai, New York, running across rooftops, tagging emergency panels, collecting broken megaphones like trophies. When systems glitch, when sirens fall silent, people whisper, "The Phantom is passing through." And somewhere in the noise of the city, a new rooftop runner, backpack bouncing, sneakers sliding along rails, sprints into the neon horizon, because some voices can't be owned. Some voices can't be silenced. And sometimes the loudest rebel runs without ever saying a word. Stay alert. Keep your voice yours. And if you hear silence where sound should be, look up.